All right, Shalom, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom to the elect. Let me make sure this video actually plays. Let me hit the volume on here. Let's see. Now this actual video, I don't know if the volume gonna play back on here, so lock it if you don't. But this actual video is you got this guy basically want to go to the UN and plead to Esau, not even realizing these devils know exactly who the fuck we are. They know where we come from. They know about Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They know about the prophets. They know about teachers to push this word out. They know about all that stuff. They don't want us to know. I'm just let this video play. I'm gonna get a few precepts and I'll end this up. So you got people in the comments for what? You got human rights, but Esau don't look at us as humans. When you look at the word human, the beginning of the word is hu. So they some hypocrites any goddamn way, and they bug the fuck out. Now with them going to the UN to speak about this, Esau control these scenarios like that, and Jake is bugged out. That's why I want to pull a few precepts on this. So let me go to this. Jake is bugged out, man. Our leaders cause us to err. Now, let me go to this precept. It's the book of Psalm chapter 83 and verse 4. It says, better yet, I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That's why when they had the UN meetings, nobody ever speak for us at the UN meetings. They speak for Moab, they speak, which is Chinese people. They speak for Ammon, Japanese people. They speak for Japheth. They speak for all these different other nations, Ham, Ethiopia, wherever. Ishmael, the Persians, they speak for everybody else. They speak for Esau. They speak for Amalek. They don't speak for us, and that's not by coincidence. They said they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And you talk to people about being from Israel, they look at you like you crazy. Like, oh, nah, brother, we from Africa. Not even knowing that land wasn't even called that at a certain point. Now, verse 5, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assyria also is joined with them. They have hoping the children of Lot, Salah. Now all these different nations, I'm going to go into the book of Joel, and I'm going to get this one precept out of there as well after I do this. Salakia. I was just in the book of Romans. Let me get this. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. Here we go. This is what it's at. Book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. And a lot of our people are completely fucking blind. They don't know what the hell going on. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's coming. They don't even see this third woe. It's growing up right under their noses. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is moving these nations over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which I'm going to get that in a minute. Let's see. The book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16 says, for the leaders of this people cause them to earth, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And that's why you see our people the way they are, man. They still, all this information out, niggas still want to go to Esau for help, man. They still want to call on Massa. Massa ain't trying to help. Massa say, you gonna do it? You gonna do it. Nah, let me get this last scripture real quick. Enough with this right here. 1 minute. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3. Sorry, verse 1, just read on down. It says, but behold, and see, this is why all this still happening, man. I was trying to speak to somebody about this, and they didn't want to hear that shit. Like, oh, no, I don't believe that happened like that. I don't believe that. And that just goes to show, man, some people gonna see this clearly, like the scripture said. Playing into the holy and stumbling blocks of the wicked. So it's self-explanatory. Who gonna see this and who not gonna see this? Now verse 1 it says, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. They gotta pay for that captivity they put our people in. They got to pay for casting lots for our people. They got to pay for trading our people all around the earth, taking our land and then claiming it as their own, claiming our heritage and all that, and trying to hide the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua from us. They got to pay for all that. And reading on some more, it says in verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot, sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyrians, Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? If you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver, my gold, and carried to your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of a place where you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And that's what's about to happen, man. Real soon. This ain't no far-off event, too, man. We really in that time frame, man. The Most High brought us in this time frame just for this right here. It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to the people far off. For the Lord has spoken it. And that's what's going to happen. Like the scripture say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, a lot of people always talking about karma and what you put out in the universe, all that bullshit. But Esau put this out. These other nations took part in it. So they got to pay, man. Ain't no way around it. And what you see going on right now, let me read on some more. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your prunos into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. This will cause our mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I sit and judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's going on, man. And people think that these nations ain't got enough arsenal to take on Esau. Well, the Most High created them to create these instruments just so these other nations can get a hold of those instruments and wipe Esau out with it, man. The Most High is in the midst thereof. Like I say, I'm gonna end this off with this precept real quick. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning, if he bring his judgment to light, he faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So when you see certain events take place, the Most High is in the midst of it. He ordained it. He orchestrated it from on high. So the stuff you about to see happening in Babylon, even if it seemed like Esau created the baboon stuff, the Most High put the spirit on them to do that in the laboratory. If it seemed like they came up with the idea to create the charagma, the Most High put the spirit on them to create the charagma. If it seemed like they just want to go to war so they can keep ruling, the Most High put the spirit on them to do those things. So just want to bring this out. I don't want to write this out. It's edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And Shalom to the elect.